Is it working? Please tell me it's working. Come on. I hope. Oh my gosh. I am live. Let's go. Oh, a minute ago it wasn't letting me do it. That's awesome. Oh, that's so cool. That's so cool. Okay, I need to get the live stream notification out to the announcements. Bada bing, bada boom. And we're live. Wow. It wouldn't let me do it a second ago. That's for damn sure. YouTube was just like, you have to wait 24 hours before you can stream. Thankfully, I don't have to wait 24 hours. But right now, I guess the best thing to do is just sit here and wait for somebody to say anything in the chat. If there is anybody, I hope you are having a wonderful day. Hold on, I need to change. Okay, there we go. I had it to where I could hear my microphone at the same time as me talking, and I had to fix that because it was getting me a little tongue-tied. Tongue-tied. I can't even speak normally. Just reading the comments on the videos that are just legitimately popping off. I mean, let me specifically check. So the trailer reaction video is at 1.8. I know it says 1.7, but it's at 1.8. YouTube's a little behind, but I get updates on the view counts immediately when somebody clicks on. You guys usually 10 to 15 minutes later, but it's at 1.8. Getting prepped for your interview with Matt Brown? Yes, I am. I do not know if I will be streaming it. I think I'll just be pre-recording it in case, he flubs some lines and says some stuff he's not supposed to leak out. I highly doubt it. He's a great professional. He's great at what he does. But stay tuned for next Monday afternoon when the interview with Matt Brown goes up. The college football 25 wish list video is at 1.8 thousand. I know it says 3.8 for you guys. It says 3.4, but it's at 3.8. It'll change soon. And then me discussing the new teams in the game is at 1.3 thousand. So back to back videos with over 1,000 views is insane for me. Like, that's crazy numbers, man. Like, my main channel, I can't even get over 50 views in a week. And I upload... I feel like it's just because, number one, everybody's excited for the game. I mean, I know I am. I know you are. That's why you're here. And it's pushing it out to people who are watching videos about it. And people can see how excited I am. And that draws them in to watch more videos and to subscribe. Because this morning, like 6 hours ago, we were at 250 subs. Now we're at 286, which is crazy that we've gotten over 35 subscribers in just a couple hours. And not only that, but a week ago we had just hit 200. So within a week span from the 14th to the 21st, 86 subscribers. Insane. Do you think the game will have UF's all blue jerseys? Probably. I hope that they are going to put all of the alternate uniforms that you saw in like NCAA revamped. So for Florida, I mean, you're talking to the Florida Gator extraordinaire right here. But I do think they will be in the game. I think that we'll see the old throwback helmets. Both of the one, or no, technically all three, because they had a white one with the F, then they had the blue one with the F, and then they had the Pell logo on the orange helmet, which was the throwback. They had a throwback blue jersey and throwback white pants or knee pads, or pads, whatever you want to call them. I also do expect to see Florida's all blackout uni, which is also a really good uni combo. But I also, as ugly as the uniforms are, here, let me get a picture of them. I need to show you guys these uniforms, because if you haven't, you've been living under a rock. But these might be the ugliest uniforms in college football history. And this is coming from a Gator fan. But you guys need to see this. It was right here. Here we go. This complete and utter garbage uniform right here. The all Gator skin uniform. Now look, I know the Florida Gator logo's green. Oh, well, the Gator head's not on that. But that might be the ugliest dark green unis I've ever seen. Army and Navy and Air Force be in the game. Yes, every single Service Academy team will be in the game. And not just that, all 134 FBS teams will be in the game. Now, a lot of the question that I've been getting asked is, will the FCS teams be in the game? And I don't know any information on that. The rumor mill going around the community is yes, either in a future update, in future DLC. And there have been some people that think that there might be at least a couple or the majority or all in the base game, which has the rumors of those have been shut down, but you never really know. They might just be saying no to keep the hype for when they surprise us, because a lot of FCS teams have posted on Instagram and Twitter saying that they're going to be in the game as a kind of a joke to the EA Sports "it's in the game" intro. In my opinion, I don't think they will be in the game, no. Next year, maybe. If anything this year, it'll be DLC or an update. I hope that they will be in the base game. I pray that they're in the base game. I want to do a Florida A&M dynasty all over again. That's what I used to do on Revamped. But now, I highly doubt it. I would love to, though. Good question. Sorry, I keep flashbanging myself with opening up new tabs. Just checking updates on the view counts. Wow, the video of me discussing all the new teams that will be in the game is already at 1.6 thousand. And I got over 1,200 views in 60 minutes, which is crazy. This will probably be my most viewed video. Like, when I reacted to the trailer, I did a 3-minute video. I had already seen the trailer, but I did a 3-minute video of me just going over the snapshots and footage that they included in the trailer. 1.7 thousand views. And I'm like, that's my peak. That's the biggest video I'll produce for a while. And then I made the wishlist video, which is now at how many? 3.8? Yeah, 3.892. And for you guys, it still says 3.4, but it'll update soon. And then that happened, and I'm thinking, that's going to be the biggest video I'm going to make on the channel. And then I made the video just a couple hours ago discussing all the new teams that will be in the game. Appalachian State, Kennesaw State, Jacksonville State, Coastal Carolina, Liberty, Charlotte, James Madison, and Sam Houston State. Now I'm getting over 1,200 views in 60 minutes. By the time the night's over, that will be my most viewed video concerning the college football game. Actually, my first video on the channel is my most popular. Over 50,000 views. It was a video of the biggest upsets from the 2022 to 23 season. I do need to make a sequel to that from the last season. But I can't thank you guys enough for just sitting down and seeing the video recommended and be like, that looks like a video I want to watch. And clicking on it, even watching it for 5 seconds means a lot to me. Let alone liking, commenting, and subscribing. Like, that means a lot to me. And I know that my main channel has way more than this channel, subscribers-wise. Almost 5,000. But this channel means a lot more to me because I've only recently started uploading on it compared to my main channel where I've been doing it for over 10 years. Which the majority of those videos are unlisted because I was like 10 years old, and now I'm almost 21. But again, I can't thank you guys enough for the support over the last week. It means a lot to me, whether you've been here since the beginning, a year ago, a week ago, today, 5 minutes ago. Thank you so much. Like I said, it means a lot to me. You guys are the best. But if you guys have any questions on my opinions on the game, or even just football in general, please let me know in the comments of this stream, and I will 100% answer it. Hey, what's up, Gage? Good to see you on the stream here. I didn't expect the stream to work because I tried streaming a minute ago, and YouTube was like, you gotta wait 24 hours before you could stream. And now it looks like they're allowing me to, probably because of how fast the channel's blowing up. I mean, it's unbelievable. I should be able to do this. Alright, let me show you guys just how crazy the view counts have been. And here, I'll put my my pretty little face on the bottom. You trying to get internet? Oh, is your... I have no clue what you're trying to say, Gage. Anyways, so just this video a few hours ago I made, and it's already at 1.7. Here, just let me refresh, and boom, 30 views since I just refreshed it. Like, that I can't wrap my head around the fact that other than you guys watching the live stream, somebody is watching one of my videos and just enjoying it. What do you expect the weather to be like for each stadium and city? A lot of rain games at the Swamp. I do agree with that, because in the old NCAA games, there was a lot of rain at the Swamp, especially in NCAA 14. I really enjoyed the fact that it rained a lot. If I were making the game, I would include rainier spots in Florida and Louisiana, and a lot more snow up in the north, and semi-south in December and maybe even January, depending on if a conference or bowl game is in an open stadium. They should also make it to where on the West Coast, for all of the high-altitude stadiums like Utah. I remember Florida played at Utah this past season, and Florida had these, like, little things that they carried with them that they could just inhale oxygen while on the sidelines, and it looked like Graham Mertz was just hitting whippets on the sideline. It was crazy. But I feel like players should get more exhausted in hot weather and in high altitude areas. That's a good question. Do you think abilities will be in the game? So, in my opinion, yes, but not in the way that you think they will, like Madden. I don't think that they're going to have X Factors and Superstar X Factors. They very well might. We don't know yet. But in my opinion, I think it's going to be something along the lines of like they did in NCAA 14. You know, how they had the star player, like the star under your player when you're running. Or in Road to Glory, how you can become like... You level up the ranks to where you can call your own plays on the field, and so forth. I can't wait to play with my Huskies. Washington, I'm guessing? With a wishbone and flexbone formations being the game, basically the triple option offense. Oh yeah, definitely. Now, I can't confirm that. I'm not an EA representative at all. I have no connection with EA. I'm getting my information at the same time as... I'm sorry, Caden, or Young Fridge, I saw your comment. Yes, it'll be better than Retro Bowl College. But I am like 99.9% sure that the wishbone and flexbone formations will be in the game. There's a lot of offenses, especially the service schools running the triple options, so I am like 99% sure it'll be in the game. Can't wait to play with your TCU Frogs again. Oh, yeah. Man, that really makes me wish that the game came out earlier just so we could play as Max Duggan. I know that they got absolutely demolished in the national championship against Georgia, but that would have been a really fun team to play with. Apparently there's going to be something like an ultimate team from Madden, so expect to see a lot of old college football legends in the game. Yes, that has been confirmed. College Football Ultimate Team will return. Now, I do believe it only has made one appearance, and it was on NCAA Football 14. Do expect it to return. It has been confirmed. It will be just like Madden. It will be microtransaction based, but I don't think that's where the heavy game focus is. I think the heavy game focus is strictly on Dynasty mode and Road to Glory. It's a good question. You're at work, low-key, so I'll see you later. All right, man. See you later. Clemson should be fun to use. I can't remember who Clemson's quarterback is. That is a good Google search. Clemson QB. Not Trevor Lawrence. It is not DJ Ukulele. DJ Uiagalelei. Who is Cade Klubnik? That's right. Wait, didn't he transfer too, or is he staying? Sorry for the pause. Okay, so he's still at Clemson. That's good to know. That should be fun, though. Has anybody heard any news about there being a possible team builder? I haven't heard any news, but for those of you who are watching, stay tuned, because this Monday I will be interviewing the Matt Brown from the Extra Points newsletter, who has been breaking all of the college football video game news. I will be interviewing him on the channel next Monday afternoon, so please stay tuned. And that will be one of my questions that I will be asking Matt Brown, is if there will be the inclusion of Team Builder, and man, am I keeping my fingers crossed, because that would just be the greatest addition. I want to be able to make my own football team. I saw somebody, I think it was Tan Man, go subscribe to him, he's a great NCAA YouTuber. I want to make a team that's Area 51, and I want them to be the aliens. I feel like that'd be such a stupidly goofy comedic idea of a team. I want custom playbooks and custom conferences to be in the game. I'm pretty sure that custom conferences will be in the game, and I think custom playbooks is even in Madden, so I'm pretty sure that they will be in College Football 25. Yes, sir, we did my boy Max. Oh, yeah, Max Duggan. Very underrated college QB. Tebow back at Florida. Cam Newton gonna be back with Auburn. Dak with State. Eli at Ole Miss. Yeah, those would be some really good college football ultimate team cards. I would actually just love to see a Patrick Mahomes Texas Tech college ultimate team card. Now, so for college football, I am a hardcore football fan. I know my team's the Florida Gators. Go Gators. But I am just a hardcore college football fan and just a casual NFL fan. So I feel like the ultimate team for college football panders more to people like me, because I'll actually know the players, unlike a lot of the Madden people. Justin Wahlberg says, how hyped are you for this game? The most hyped I've ever been for a video game since GTA 5. And I was like 10 years old when GTA 5 came out. This is the most hyped I've been for a game. Now, I would say this is on the levels of the announcement for GTA 6, but we're still so far away from that. And we're only, half of a year away from College Football 25. So I'm more hyped for this than GTA 6, definitely. You're going to make a Smallville and Gotham-based teams? That's actually really cool. You should make your head coach Bruce Wayne. Who do you think is going to be on the cover? That's a really good question. So I've got multiple people in my mind. Now, for if they do a deluxe edition cover, now if you guys haven't seen it, the thumbnail for my wishlist video, the Nick Saban cover, I made that cover in like 5 minutes in Photoshop. That's who I think will be on the deluxe edition cover. But on the base game, Shedeur Sanders, Travis Hunter, Quinn Ewers, Caleb Williams, JJ McCarthy, Jaden Daniels, Blake Corum, I think would be a good addition. I feel like they should still include people that played the year prior of the game coming out, because if you look at it now, the game's over there, but I do have NCAA 14 at my desk. So NCAA 11 had Tim Tebow on the cover. It would have came out in 2010. Tebow's last season was 2009. And so that would have been for Caleb Williams. He could be on the cover of 25, last playing in 24, but was on the 2023 to 24 season. I think he deserves a spot. Man, I am really behind on the comments. The first EA College Football 25 video is going to feed families. Dude, I still don't know what to do. Should I do a Dynasty? I mean, I'm obviously going to do that on the channel. I'm going to stream, upload videos, do whatever the sorts. I need your guys' opinion on a Dynasty mode for the channel. I need you guys to pick a team for us. We'll have to lower one down to a choice. But that first video, ooh, baby, that's going to hit like crack. You've been playing college basketball mod on your Series X on NBA 2K24? Oh, wow. That's awesome. I actually have NCAA Basketball 10 on my PS3. If you guys would like to see streams of that too, please let me know. Do you think it will oversell Madden? That's a really good question. I don't know. I really don't know. Because I don't know if they outsold Madden in 2013 when NCAA 14 came out. Because I also have, you guessed it, Madden 25 on my desk. I have a huge collection. Here in a minute, I'll actually go get all of the games that I have, and I'll show them to you. Here, let me just expand my face cam up a little bit so you guys can see me better. Let me go back to the comments. Bro, the last time the last NCAA game came out, you were still in elementary school, and the new one's coming out when I'm about to graduate. Yes, dude. I was 10 years old when NCAA 14 came out, and I'm 20 and almost 21. I've been waiting for this game for so long. I remember being disappointed when they announced that NCAA 15 wasn't going to happen, and now we're getting college football 25, guys. You think we can take our college football player to the next Madden like in the old days? Yes. Now, that was also... I actually don't know. I don't know if that was in my wish list, but that is in my wish list in the back of my mind, but I don't know if I made that in the video. I do think that it will be in the game, though. You're sure it was like that when NCAA 14 and Madden 25? I don't think it's going to be a Michigan player. They've had so many covers of the with Michigan. Yeah. I mean, right there, Michigan on the cover. And then they had I think Dez was on the cover too. Lamar Jackson or Joe Burrow to me on the cover for EA College Football 25. I do think that would be sick for them to put all of the past years of who should have been in the game. Now, I do think I have a Google Doc that I typed up with the guy in the chat, Harkin. I do believe I typed up in the chat, or not in the chat, in my Google Docs with him of who should have been on the cover for each game. Yep, here it is. Here's what I had for who should have been on each cover, if you guys want to look at it with me. Let me just lower my face cam here for a second. If you want to kind of read through that, go ahead while I continue to read through the comments. How important is it to have a road to glory? Will that potentially lead into a good Madden career mode? Thank you for asking that, because it didn't even ponder my mind or whatever. The Road to Glory mode is going to be so important to Superstar mode in Madden, because you get to start in a high school. You get to build your high school. You get to build who you are as a player. Then you get to go through college. Do you want to play 3 years? Do you want to play 4 years? Do you want to leave for the draft? Do you want to play for your senior season? Are you great enough to be a first-round draft pick? Or did you play decent enough to slowly get into the 7th-round pick in the NFL for Superstar mode? I do think that that's going to be a crazy great addition for Superstar mode in Madden that could possibly get a lot of these College Football 25 users to buy Madden, to continue their road to glory. Can you do tips for Dynasty mode? The best tip is recruiting. Recruiting. Make sure that you do it and not the CPU. I made that mistake for over 10 years. I didn't start doing recruiting for my own until my Florida Gator Dynasty that I did on Twitch on Revamped late last year. I pulled in some of the greatest players I've ever pulled in just by recruiting. And plus, you get a closer connection to your players. Like, I remember recruiting a 6'7" quarterback who was a speed quarterback who had like 80 something speed. I had such a connection with that guy because like he looked like a giraffe running down the field, and I got to track how and why he wanted to come to Florida throughout the entire season in recruiting. We have 18 people in the chat. I hope you all are having a wonderful afternoon. And if you are just now coming in, please stay tuned for next Monday when I interview the Matt Brown from the Extra Points newsletter here on this channel. Mascot mode first video. I don't know about first video, but definitely first 3. That is something I want to do. That would be great. Personally, I think probably not, but I think it'll be the most solid college football game ever. Probably. We'll have to see. Honestly, will it be better than NCAA 14? Maybe, maybe not. We'll just have to see. You're sure it will oversell? We've had Madden every year, and we haven't had an NCAA game in a decade. That's the argument why I think it is. But when you look at the ratings for like college football games compared to NFL, you see a slight difference. That's why I think Madden will oversell. If you guys can remind me once the chat slows down a little bit. I'm not telling you to slow down. I'm loving answering your questions. If you have any questions or statements, please say it in the chat and I'll 100% read it. I just forgot what I was talking about a second ago. EA said it would be a success if the game sells a quarter of what Madden does. NCAA never outsold Madden back in the day. See, that's what I'm saying. I don't think it will. That's a good point out right there, CJ. Matt Brown talked about that. Yeah, Matt Brown has that insider knowledge. I'm hoping to pick his brain a little bit and ask him some questions that nobody's asked him yet. That's the reason you're buying Madden? Good. Well, I'm not saying good. I have Madden 24 on my PC. I didn't like it. I still play it occasionally. But that will be the one thing, if I want to buy Madden 25, will be to continue my Road to Glory teams. And we can even make a series of it, too. We can get Madden to continue our big Road to Glories. To be completely honest, college football or Madden, I'm only buying college football. I'm with you on college football being my bread and butter. Amen to that. College football is like a meat and potatoes kind of game. That's your main entree. That's the good stuff. And I guess Madden is kind of like a dessert that's like okay that you kind of overpaid for. That's used to be good when you were younger, but now as an adult, it's just really not that great. Yes, thank you, Justin. Make sure you smash the like button. Let me see how many likes we've got on this stream so far. 6 likes. Let's try and hit 10 likes by the end of the stream. So if you haven't liked it, please make sure you like it and subscribe if you... Hey, let's go! During the stream, we just hit 300 subscribers. We were at 250 this morning. That's insane. We just hit 300 subscribers. Thank you guys so much. That really means a lot to me. You guys, the wonderful support that I have gotten from you guys has been immense, and I am so thankful for you guys. I think a cool game mode that they should include would be a playoff mode outside of Dynasty. Yes! Thank you for saying that, because I've been thinking that, and I didn't think anybody else would care. Because I remember, I have a Madden for the Nintendo 64, and they have a Super Bowl playoff mode on there where you can choose whatever teams you want at different seeds. A 12-team playoff mode just outside of Dynasty for your own simulation and fun would be amazing. Thank you for saying that. That's a great idea. You're skipping Madden this year for College Football 25? Me too, man. I mean... Speaking of Madden 25, I actually have the game right here. I'm not claiming to be an insider with EA, but a man knows how to get his games when he does. I'm so funny. No, I'm not. Madden's just a copy and paste of last year's version. It really is, and that's what really sucks. But it is what it is. Hopefully it'll change, but it'll probably not. The cowbells will be in the game. Oh, yeah. Harkin did say, ask Matt if the cowbell sound effects are going to be in the game for your state fan, please. Yes, they probably will be in the game. I haven't checked if Matt Brown has uploaded the assets that Mississippi State has sent him, but Yeah. I hope we can get a football game where it actually seems that they put time and effort into it. Did you see the podcast yesterday that Matt Brown tweeted it out? So I do hope that this is going to be a great game too, but I haven't seen the video that Matt Brown has put out yet. I've just been too busy, but I do plan on watching it tonight and trying to take some questions from that. I do really like Matt Brown though. He's wonderful. But like I said, stay tuned for this Monday when I do interview him. And I do plan on asking him questions that nobody has asked him yet. Come on, we're only at 7 likes, guys. Let's hit 10. Let's try and hit 10 likes before the end of it. I really hope the game is rebuilt from the ground up and the gameplay is much better, that they can port it over to Madden and fix that game as well. It's still Frostbite though, so who knows. So yeah, that's my argument for people who think it's going to be a Madden reskin, is that they're spending 3 years on this game. 3 years. Think about who you were February of 2021. I was in my senior year of high school in 2021. And now I'm unemployed, 20 years old, and run a football channel. Just saw the interview of Matt Brown yesterday. It was interesting. Yeah, I do want to watch that sometime later today. Man, I can't wait to run through that Power T in Tennessee night game and dark mode jerseys. Oh, that'd be wonderful. I really do hope that they put in, I think Tennessee had like a light blue type of uniform to honor like the women's basketball team or something. There was something. Yes, this right here, the Pat Summit. That's what it is. The light blue socks. I hope that in the arm wristbands, I hope that they include that too. That would be really sick. This is a cool alternate uniform right here. Let me go back to the chat. How much money are you willing to pay for 25? Listen, whatever's the most expensive one. For this physical copy of NCAA 14, I paid $120 for this shit 4 years ago. How much do you think I'm willing to pay for 25 when I was willing to pay 2 new games worth for this? I even think it's in here. Yeah, it's empty because the game's in my PlayStation right now. You might be going to the Super Bowl this year? Well, the Super Bowl already happened, so unless you make a time machine, good luck with that. Probably $60. That'll be fire. Madden 06, I think, is the last Madden with the playoff mode. Having the playoff mode would definitely let you build dream playoff matchups or even let you have a good time with some friends. Exactly. I can't wait to get together with multiple friends and do playoff modes. That would be really sick. And even if they include historical teams, that would be great for you to rebuild and simulate old playoffs if they did the 12-team playoff in, let's say, 2020. The 12-team playoff that year would have featured the Florida Gators, who should have won the SEC championship that year. What version of the game are you going to get? You're going for the standard version. I'm, like I said, whatever's the most expensive, whatever features the most in the game. So the deluxe edition, whatever the deluxe edition will be. While I have your guys' attention, you guys should join the Trasher Football Discord server. It's completely free. You guys would love it. Here we are, discussing the video game. Ooh, also, if you guys didn't see it, I'm sure you guys all know him. Not the Expert commented on my wishlist video, which is absolutely insane. So make sure to go subscribe to him if you haven't. He's the greatest college football video game YouTuber out there currently. Make sure to go subscribe to him if you haven't. Do you think they're going to release one every year like they used to, or every couple of years? So I do think it'll be every year. I do think it'll be a yearly release. Number one, because they get more money, and number two, because they have 25 on it. Which makes me think that there will be 26. Because if it was going to be a one-off release or every couple of years, I think that they would have just called it EA Sports College Football instead of just EA Sports College Football 25. That's a good question, though. I don't think I've been asked that yet. Like I said, if you haven't, go find the video and join the Trasher Football Discord server. We already have a lot of people in here. It looks like 17 or 18, including the bot, but we don't like bots. Except for YagPDB. That's a good Discord bot. Let me know in the comments of the stream, who is your first, besides your favorite team, who's your first dynasty going to be of? I really want to know what you guys are wanting to pick out for your dynasty mode. You should follow Eric Rayweather. He also drops information about the new EA college football game. Yes, I do follow him. That's actually how I found out about Matt Brown last year, was through Eric Rayweather. He is a wonderful YouTuber where he updates people on the new college football video game. I'm not subscribed to him on this channel because this isn't my main channel that I use for watching YouTube. But this guy is great. I mean, 542,000 subs. That's wonderful. He's a cool dude. Also, if you haven't, make sure you subscribe to this channel too. What broadcast crews do you want to see in the game? And Bowling Green / Nebraska will be mine. Hey, what's up? What's up, Booby? That is a wonderful former Nebraska Cornhuskers wide receiver in the chat. So make sure you give your applause to him. I do want to see ESPN, Kirk Herbstreit, and Chris Fowler. I do want to see Joel Klatt and Gus Johnson from Fox. I think it's Fox. Or is it NBC? I can't remember. I'm going crazy. I would also like to see CBS, although I don't like Gary Danielson, but I do love Brad Nessler. He's probably my top 3 favorite commentator currently. But I would love to see those 3 teams. I highly doubt it. I mean, if I were making the game, that's who I'd go after. But if you guys don't remember, EA Sports NCAA Basketball 10 did feature ESPN and CBS Sports in it, so keeping my hopes up for this one if they want to go all out. Louisville or Jacksonville State? Your favorite team is too easy to make a dynasty with, Bama. Well, do I have a great idea for you? If you want to rebuild a team that is already a dynasty, do the death penalty. Cut all of your players and only bring in walk-on players. I know you can do it on here. I'm sure it'll be possible on College Football 25, but that is a insane thing to do. You will go 0-12 your first year if you want a real challenge. Your first dynasty for you was definitely Georgia Southern. That's an interesting one. Got to make them a great speed option offense with a 3-4 blitzing defense. That's a really good choice. I like that. You should schedule the Georgia Bulldogs every season too. Sam Houston State and Notre Dame will be your dynasty? Hell yeah, that Sam Houston State dynasty is going to hit hard. I hope the Super Bowl, SB. You mean the Super Bowl? Like have different ones than ESPN one. SB. I don't know what you mean by SB. I didn't realize you were live. I just watched your Meet the New Teams in EA College Football 25. Thank you for tuning in, though. Yeah, I made this video 3 hours ago, and it's already at over 1,000 views. I made that video in a 2-hour span. Like, I started on the script. Like, here, I can show you guys the script that I took or wrote. I mean, yeah, here was the script. I just sat here and wrote. Yeah, I started on it 8:22 in the morning, and it is 1:46, and it's already at nearly 1.5 thousand views. Thank you for coming over from the video to the live stream. I really appreciate it. If you have any questions or comments, comment it, and I will read it and answer it. Only accept 1-star recruits your first 2 to 3 years. That's a good one. If you don't want to do the rebuild from the death penalty, do only 1-star recruits your first 2 to 3 years. Scoreboard. Oh, the scoreboard. Oh, yeah, for SB. I hope the scoreboard looks good, like have different ones than the regular ESPN one. So, yes, I do want to include this. So, I do want to say I want them to include this scoreboard that they have right here. Let me just move this over a little bit for you guys to see better. I do want them to include this one. I also want them to include this. Now, this is a mod for NCAA 14. I don't care for NFL score bugs. Come on. College football score bug. Also, yes, the Boise State, Fresno State, and Bama, Tennessee one. Those are the other ones that I want to see, and I would also love to see these Fox ones, and I would also like to see the new Fox score bug that they have. I remember watching, Nebraska, Minnesota. That was one of my favorite games that I watched from last season. I want them to include this score bug into the game too. This one is highly underrated. I don't see enough people talking good about that one. Will Studio Update be in the game? I am pretty damn sure that it'll be in the game. Just tuning in and getting your updates that there's an upset alert happening. I would love to see that. I'm pretty sure it'll be in the game. I'll be sad if you can't start your dynasty as an offensive coordinator / defensive coordinator and work your way up the ladder. Wouldn't put it past EA to hold it for a year later. Yeah, I really wouldn't either, but you got to stay optimistic. That's the one thing that we need to talk about when it comes to the college football game is we need to stay optimistic because being pessimistic is going to get you nowhere. I'd rather be let down and, just be let down. It is what it is. It's just a video game. I know it's a really important one to a lot of people like me, then just look like a complete asshole that's just completely shitting on the game for no reason. I mean, I've seen a lot of people talk about saying it's going to be a Madden reskin. It's not. It's obviously not. If you use your brain, you can know that it's not. But you got to stay optimistic, guys. Let's see. 12 likes? We just hit 12 likes? Gosh, there's so many things. I have so many tabs open. Oh, we're at 11. Okay. Someone probably unliked, or it's just behind. You were the 1,400th view on that Meet the Teams vid. That's awesome. Actually, let me see how many views it's at now. It is... Holy cow! Oh my god. 2.7 thousand in just a couple of hours. Thank you guys so much. I love you guys to death. You were all great. How would you like the Road to Glory to be like? NCAA 06 Road to Glory with the dorm, the NCAA Road to Glory with Aaron Andrews, or just like the NCAA 14 Road to Glory? I would love it for the best of all three. I want to be able to customize my dorm room. I want to be able to, in like the old NCAA games in Road to Glory, you could see a little picture of who your girlfriend is in the game. And when you start out as a freshman at your college, it's some like ugly 3D rendered chick in the picture. And I know that's kind of mean in today's terms, but it was kind of funny back then. I also want to see Erin Andrews. I want her to talk about how last season I threw for only 2,000 yards, but this season I threw for 3,500 and 35 touchdowns and only 10 interceptions. I want Erin Andrews to come on and tell me how good I am, because I mean, when I was younger, I had a crush on Erin Andrews, so I'm gonna love that. But I would also love to see you come up the ranks as a team captain for your Road to Glory team. I would love to see that and be able to call your own plays during the game. That would be great. You add for hardcore players the phone call system and the scouting points from NCAA. Excuse me, sorry, I didn't mean to burp. For College Football 25. Oh yeah, for NCAA 13, they had the phone call system where you only got an allowed minutes per week to call your recruits. In my opinion, if they are going to do recruiting like any other game, it'll be like 14. But in my opinion, I think the recruiting will be different from 13 and 14. Because 13 was the phone call system where you got to ask questions, and 14 was points based. Like you would get a set amount of points a week, and you could put points on players compared to how other schools put their points on the players. I might do Coastal Carolina, but somebody on X tagged me about an hour ago and said Northwestern will not be in the game. I don't see that to be true, but I think everybody from NCAA 14 will come back. Apologize for the long comment. Don't apologize. I appreciate the long comments. It gives me time to read it and gives time for other people to put their comments in too. Whoever said that Northwestern will not be in the game is lying. All 134 teams are going to be in the base game, so there's nothing to worry about. You hope you can get the game on PC. Me too. I would love to get it on both PC and PlayStation, so I can do the PlayStation for personal use and for the PC for recording and streaming. But I'll probably just have to use the handy-dandy capture card for my PlayStation. You're so glad you got a PS5 for Christmas because you had no idea it was coming out this summer. See, as soon as the game was announced, I got a PS5 3 years ago. I asked to get a PS5, and thankfully, my wonderful grandmother bought me a PS5 a couple of years ago, as soon as the game was announced, because I knew that I would need a new-gen console. They said it would be on PC. Madden 25 finally put the new-gen on PC, so I think it'll be on PC. Me too, but it will not be on old-gen consoles. So if you still have a PS4 or an Xbox One, make sure you get a new generation console before the summer if you want to play the game. Or if you have a PC, I am 99% sure that it will be on PC. No joke, I altered my voice so much to the point that my case sounded exactly like hers. Huh? I have no clue what you mean by that, Doge Cheese. I'm sorry. There's so many comments going through, but I love the comments. Please keep them coming. You're not crapping on the game. You're just 31 and lived through the glory days of EA Sports from 01 to 14 and now the down days, but I do think the game will be solid. I do too. My optimism comes from the fact that this is a completely different team of people working on College Football 25 than Madden. And this is, while it is two different teams, they are rivaling each other to try and make a better game. So I do expect Madden 25 to be slightly better than 24, but they are also sharing ideas amongst each other. I like the recruiting from 13. See, I preferred the 13 recruiting up until I actually learned how to recruit on NCAA 14, and then I preferred 14. But still, 13 is a great recruiting system. I'm curious how the recruiting system will be like. Me too. Like I said, it'll probably either be 13 or 14, or something completely different that none of us can really think of or understand yet. You live in Conway, South Carolina, where Coastal Carolina is at. Can't wait to play with them. That's awesome. You need to take a trip to the Teal Field. And that's a tongue twister. Try to say Teal Field over and over 3 times fast. Teal Field, Teal Field, Teal. Well, that's not really that hard. Maybe I'm just stupid. Aaron Andrews' voice. I think the point system in 14 is much better because you can get to the actual playing way quicker and you don't have to spend an hour recruiting. Thank you for saying that. That is a great point. Because that's why I wouldn't recruit in the older games, is because it took so much time. But in NCAA 24, all you had to do was take 5 minutes, scroll through your people, change the points, move on to the next week. Gotcha. Understandable. Overall, I'm excited for new teams. I'm playing in NCAA 13 right now, and I am from New Jersey, but for some reason, you started being a Coastal Carolina fan. That's awesome. I really enjoyed watching Coastal Carolina during those few years. I think they went 11-1 over 2020. I think I found that out over the research for the new teams video. Man, bro, I got so many teams for Dynasty mode. Other team I want to do is James Madison or Coastal Carolina. I have been, there's a lot of people that are wanting to do Coastal Carolina. Is it because of I just want to know personally from you guys, do you guys want to do the Coastal Carolina Dynasty because of the Teal Field? I honestly think yes, that's why you'd want to. And honestly, why a lot of people in the older games love to do Boise State ones because of the blue field. Man, I just read that comment and I started reading it again. But again, thank you guys for showing up to the stream. How many subscribers are we at yet? We got 20 people watching. You guys rule. You guys are awesome. 316. Trasher Football 316 says, I just whooped your ass. That's a Stone Cold Steve Austin reference. For those of you who don't know. And for those of you who also don't know, I'm a Gators fan. So please make fun of me as much as you want. Yes, I know we suck. Do you think they will add custom recruiting classes like they have custom draft classes for Madden? Yes, I do think I put that in my wish list video, but I don't know if they will include it or just to a standard, because that's a lot of high school players to implement. Sorry, I keep hiccuping. A lot of high school players to implement into the game. It's thousands of people. But I do think that there will be some people that will do maybe the top 100, 200. I'm sure that there would be a lot of people who would do 500 and upload them. I do think that they will, at some standard, put that in the game. That's not my only team, but one of them. Which one did you say it was? Coastal Carolina? That's awesome. I mean, I live in Alabama, and I'm a Gator fan, but that's just because my mom and dad are Gator. Well, my mom was a Gator fan. My dad is a Gator fan. Also grew up a big Auburn fan, too. My stepdad, before my mom passed, my stepdad was an Auburn fan, and I have a picture somewhere of my mom and Philip Lutzenkirchen, the former tight end for Auburn, who won the national championship. Rest in peace, Lutzenkirchen, and to my mom. Great picture, too. She was so excited. She was standing next to him. What a great last name, too, Lutzenkirchen. Imagine losing 24-15 to a third-string QB. Okay. Here comes the hate. The unbridled hate in the chat. I get it. We suck. We haven't been good since 2020. I love the hate. Keep it coming. I'm also wearing it. This is the only hoodie I wear now. I have many hoodies. I'll wear different shirts under this, but this is the only hoodie I love to wear. What shirt am I wearing? I think it's a WWE shirt or something. I think it's a Seth Rollins shirt. I don't pay attention when I grab my clothes to wear for the day. You're an Auburn fan. A quarterback from your high school went and played for Florida for 3 or 4 years. Emory Jones. Oh boy. What an interesting guy. I remember when he was the backup for Kyle Trask, everybody was like, Emory Jones. He's the next star at Florida. He's going to be the Heisman Trophy winner. He's going to win a national championship. And he ended up being pretty mid. And then everybody was like, Bowlen needs to put in Anthony Richardson. And then he put in Richardson and he was really good. And then Napier came in and then Richardson played. And everybody wanted to see a lot of, God, I can't remember his name. He got arrested. He's no longer with the team. His dad's a former NFL quarterback, played for the Cowboys late in his career. I can't remember. If you guys can remember, please let me know. And now that Graham Mertz is in, I think this is Florida's first transfer quarterback in a long time to at least start. And then you have DJ Lagway, the freshman quarterback, who was the number 1 quarterback of the 2024 class, by the way, coming in next season. You only wear your Bama hoodies too? Yeah, I also own another Florida Gators hoodie. I don't know where it's at, but I just like this one because the pockets are more tight and comfortable. Anthony Richardson got screwed because he runs all the time. He does do that a lot, doesn't he? That's really why he got drafted so high. I do think he's going to do good in the NFL. He'll do really good if he can learn to stay healthy. What do you expect from EA when the drop more information news about the College Football 25 full reveal happens? So I think we'll get the cover, we'll get the deluxe edition cover and the base game cover. We'll get confirmation of dynasty stuff, so like how many people you can do in an online dynasty, how the new recruiting will work, maybe the user interface of the main menu too. I think we'll get a lot of that information and maybe possibly some more game modes that haven't been announced yet. But I think the main thing will be the cover. Gotta stay hydrated, chat. Unlikely, but I'd love to see multi-year recruiting where you can reach out to sophomores and juniors. That's another good thing. I do hope that they could do that, where you can look at different draft classes. You can see like a freshman start up from the small school at like, let's say middle linebacker, and then he comes up to be like the top middle linebacker in the country, and you're the one that started recruiting him when he was a nobody freshman, and now he's a senior beast in high school. That's a really good idea. Who said that? CJ Boyer. That's a really good one. I wonder how they're going to change the transfer portal and the money side of the game is the two things I'm interested to see how they do in the game. So it is confirmed that NIL will be featured as a part of the game, and that the transfer portal will be a part of the game. And I do hope that you could do the transfer portal in Road to Glory. So, like, let's say I transferred to Nebraska. The quarterback takes my starting spot, and I'm a junior or a senior, but I do want to go to the NFL draft. Kind of like the Spencer Rattler situation with Caleb Williams when they were both at Oklahoma. Spencer Rattler transferred to South Carolina so we could do bigger things, so we could get a better name for himself as a starting quarterback. Although Caleb Williams did go to USC with Lincoln Riley. That is a good example, though. When do you think they'll announce the pre-order dates? The same day that they announce the cover in May. Bryce Young Gal say it was mid after his 2021 Heisman year. Yeah, his last season at Alabama wasn't great. Jalen Milroe was not a great replacement either. He's had flashes of greatness. He can throw a deep ball, but it doesn't always connect. He can use his legs, but he doesn't always get far. But when he does get far, and when he does get that big 70-yard pass, those are the highlights that people look for. Like I said, you got to stay optimistic. NIL and transfer portal will be in the game. The transfer portal is going to be so fun when a QB who originally went to like Ohio State can transfer to like JMU and become a star. That's another good example. If you, let's say, a player committed to Ohio State expecting to get the starting job in their freshman or sophomore year, they transfer to a smaller school and become a star. I like that. You can't use NIL in recruiting as a coach in real life. It's illegal. Google it real quick. That is true, but Matt Brown has confirmed that NIL will be a part of the game in some fashion. That's what I'm getting it from. Like I said, I am no way affiliated with EA Sports. I know nobody that works there. I myself am not an insider. I get the news at the same time as you guys do. I just read a lot. But Matt Brown has confirmed that NIL will be a part of Dynasty Mode in some fashion. Do you think they'll have an accelerated clock in Dynasty Mode that can't be turned off like Madden? Ooh. That's a good question. I sure hope that you can turn it off. Your birthday is May 19th, and I hope the date and the cover will be released then. That would be really cool for you, man. I really hope that they do release it then. I also hope that they release it on May 1st. That would be good. They need to add all the great teams we've missed since 2014. So that was also in the wish list video where most of you guys have probably came from or have seen the video that they should, but they probably won't include historical rosters. I would love to match up Tim Tebow and the 2008 Florida Gators and Joe Burrow from the 2019 LSU Tigers in a simulation game against each other. That would be awesome. Now, you'll probably get something close to that in College Football Ultimate Team, and a lot of people aren't big fans of Ultimate Team due to it being microtransaction based. But for those who are fans of Ultimate Team, should and are excited for that. Yeah, but whoever said about the multi-year recruiting, I love that idea. You don't have to rush the prospects near as much. Exactly. That is a great idea. Yeah, no, I was just saying, I hope it isn't like Madden free agency. Exactly. I really hope it's just not like you see the list of people who want to recruit and you sign them. They should make it to where it's like, I don't know. I really don't know. I'll have to think about that for a couple of days, honestly. I should. Do you guys want to see a video about how I think NIL should be incorporated into the game? I feel like that would be a really good video. What do you think about the West Wing and the ACC and Big Ten? The West Wing. I don't know what the West Wing is. Sorry, I'm a little stupid. Please explain to me what the West Wing is. Your birthday's in May, so that's going to be a fire month. The first day, ironically. Hell yeah. People are born in May are cool. Except for the people who are born in August, like me. Or summer babies. Let me see how many views this is at. 3,332 for the Meet the New Teams video. That's sick. In just a couple of hours, too. I know it's still behind on YouTube, but that's because it's getting so many views so fast. My question is who is the one person that's disliking this video? Oh, you should have just said the West Coast. Cal and Stanford in the ACC. Isn't Southern Methodist joining the ACC too? Yeah, Atlantic Coast Conference. That is interesting because it's not the Atlantic Coast anymore. That's the Atlantic and Pacific Coast Conference. I think it's an odd choice. In my opinion, I wish the Pac-12 never fell apart because it's caused so much dismay. I mean, it all started when Texas and Oklahoma wanted to leave the Big 12, and then all the Pac-12 teams wanted to leave, and then all the Big 12 teams wanted to leave, and now Florida State and Clemson might want to leave the ACC and join the SEC, and I don't know what I would do with myself if there was an 18-team conference. That, in my opinion, adding any more teams to the SEC would ruin it. 18 teams in a conference is just way too much. That's more than half of the NFL. That's insane. It's not needed. I wasn't even a fan of Texas A&M and Missouri joining the SEC, let alone Texas A&M, or not Texas A&M, Texas and Oklahoma joining. But I am used to Texas A&M and Missouri being in it now, and I'm sure we'll be used to Texas and Oklahoma in the SEC pretty soon. I want to see a video where you talk about how you want the transfer portal to work. I should pair both of them into the video, NIL and the transfer portal. USC, Oregon, and Washington is in the Big Ten. Cal and Stanford in the ACC this year. I heard the SSU wants to join the Big Ten. Ooh. I still think that would ruin it. I'm not a big fan of conference realignment. I think it should still be what it was like in 2012, 2011. Now, although, like I said, I'm used to Texas A&M and Missouri being in it, and back then I wasn't. But in retrospect, I do like seeing Johnny Manziel versus Alabama and Ole Miss versus Missouri versus like some of the Auburn in the SEC championship. Missouri made it to 2 straight SEC championships, by the way. One against Auburn and one against Alabama. They did lose both, though. Is BUY still an independent school? BUY. Because if so, I did not know if they were even an independent school until I just checked that on my game. BUI. Who's BUI? I don't know. You'll have to tell me. Clemson go to the Big 12 and FSU to the Big 10. That's not a bad idea. If they decided to do it. I just don't want any more teams in the SEC. I miss the original 12 teams. BYU. Oh, okay. BYU is in the Big 12, by the way. You have a cousin who went to Mizzou and seeing them beat Ohio State was wild. Yes, that was a wonderful bowl game, seeing them beat Ohio State. That was awesome. Mizzou and Nebraska was a good rivalry. I didn't even know they had a rivalry. I don't pay attention to Midwest football a lot. If you can't tell, if you scroll through the channel and you look at all of the predictions videos that I made from last season, which a lot of them were wrong, they were all SEC based. Do you guys want to see something really funny? Watch this. There is a... Where is it? Here we go. Unlisted. I made a video predicting the Missouri season. I have it unlisted because I kept getting so many hate comments that I was just so wrong. And I was tired of getting notifications of me being bullied to an oblivion for how wrong I was. Look at that. South Dakota, Middle Tennessee State, Kansas State, Memphis, Vandy, LSU, Kentucky, South Carolina, Georgia, Tennessee, Florida, Arkansas. Wait till you see what my prediction was at the end of the season. 3-9. As you can tell, I'm the village idiot. BYU, yeah. Sorry, it took me a second until somebody in the chat had to tell me. When did Missouri and Texas A&M join the SEC? 2012 was their first season. I hope Farmageddon can stay. Kansas State and Iowa State. I would love that. Oh yeah, Nebraska and, what was it? Missouri? Oh, wow, they did have one. Let me look at the history of that real quick. They haven't played since 2010. Now, one of the big rivalries that I'm excited to see renewed is Texas and Texas A&M. That'll be in rivalry week at the end of next season. Good lord, Nebraska owned Missouri in the 80s and 90s. The flea flicker? Is this where the flea flicker came from? That's really cool. Sorry, I go on these tangents when I think of something and just go on Wikipedia to look at stuff like this. I didn't know the flea flicker came from Nebraska, Missouri. That's sick. Let's see. Oh yeah, that was the script that I had written out. I could see NIL collective being used similar to playing time, campus lifestyle, etc. on 14, where if a player's top priority is NIL and you have a small collective, he's less likely to sign with you. That is a really good idea. I'm going to steal that idea from you in the video, but I will make sure to snapshot your comment and credit you because that is a wonderful idea. Let me save that to my PC real quick. You remember those FCS West and small generic schools in Dynasty mode? You think that returns? Probably. So if FCS is not going to be in the game, either the base game, DLC, or update, then yes, the FCS West, your FCS Southeast, your FCS North, all that will probably be in the game. I feel like Oklahoma and Ole Miss is going to be a good rivalry. I don't know about rivalry, but that could be a very good matchup. Why did they give Missouri the Michigan M in that graphic? Lol. Did they? Did they give... Missouri uses the block M, or at least they used to. Because Missouri uses this logo now, which for some reason, stupid. Yeah, here we go. This is it. The high school that I went to until the new head coach, also Harkin in the chat went to high school with me. This Missouri logo was the logo of my old high school that I went to. And a couple of seasons before I graduated, the head football coach made a new logo. I'm obviously not going to show the logo. I don't want to dox myself where I went to high... I don't even live there anymore. Why does it matter? I think that they might put the actual teams like North Dakota